Hey guys, I hope everyone's doing well. I wanted to post another video. Um, what this video is about is a little bit of background on some of my underwear history and kind of like where I came from and how I got to where I am today. As well as I think I'm going to do a little quick feature piece on a pair that I got recently. So I'll share that one with you at the end. So stay tuned for that. So, yeah, I guess a little background. When I was really young, just wore normal kid briefs, whatever. In middle school, uh, saw the trend of everyone, all my friends, kind of wearing boxers, and middle school is when you start really changing in lockers and everything for gym class, and I didn't want to be the made fun of kid who wears something else like briefs or something like that. So I quickly changed over to boxers. Didn't really mind it too much at the time, at least. From there in high school, I did get a few just, I don't know, Hanes boxer briefs every once in a while that I would mix in. And I did have a few briefs as well, just standard briefs. But I didn't really wear those on gym days. So gym days was typically always boxers or boxer briefs. Because I think part of it is just having the longer material. When you feel like you're just wearing essentially shorts, when you're changing in gym, it just makes it a little bit less embarrassing and so on. So, and that's just, I think peer pressure and everything else in school, that's pretty normal. So from there, when I was in my senior year of high school, my girlfriend, which is now my wife, we found a pack of thongs, men's thongs at a Target. I ended up getting those, kind of hid them from my parents and everything. I don't have any more. I don't have those with me anymore. They're long gone, but that was kind of my first little try in thongs. But then after, I just had assortment still of like normal Hanes boxer briefs and trunks. I would get into some standard trunks and things like that. And so I kind of just stuck with those type of things through college mainly. And but after college, right after college, is kind of where I found these Calvin Klein type style. It's from the Steel collection. So I think I don't have it with me anymore. They got too worn out and everything else, but it was essentially a white pair of Calvin Klein steel boxer briefs, and that's where I kind of fell in love with high-end underwear. The big thing that I loved about it, kind of gravitated me towards it, was the wide waistband. You take a normal waistband. That might be a little bit too wide as well. Here we go. It's definitely a wider waistband than your typical waistband that you'd see in a normal pair of underwear. And I just thought that looked really hot. I just like that style. And with these, especially if you get the microfiber Calvin Klein, they're really, really soft. So I love how they feel to this day. I love this kind of collection. I still think it looks great. So I ended up getting some boxer briefs from them. And then they also have the trunk style. So same thing, but just a little bit shorter on the legs. And then they also have the hip brief, is what they call it. So with that, I kind of stuck with those for a while. I ended up getting a few different colors. They've got blue and red and all sorts of different ones. So I mainly just expanded my collection with a lot of different Calvin Klein steel underwear. And then from there, I ended up eventually looking at different brands and different styles. So then I think I just started looking at all sorts of different things. I guess the main big next jump for me was to look at high-end thongs and jocks. And I think this was my first higher end thong. It's to me this is like a medium, and it's not high end in my opinion, but it's kind of my first jump into really getting into thongs again. So this was one of my first ones I got, just a typical thong, nothing too crazy about it. It is a little bit thinner on the front, but pretty standard, just strap and pouch kind of thong. And then these Breedwell jocks is one of my first jock straps I ended up getting. Still wear them. Great standard style. So that's kind of a quick rundown. From there the rest is kind of history, and it just expands to all different styles that I kind of showed in the last video, whether it's a jock thong or a jock brief or cheekies or something like that, or sport briefs. Just kind of expanded to all different brands and lines from there. So it's kind of a quick rundown of kind of what I've gone through and how I've gotten to what I get to today. So without further ado, I wanted to bring out this one. This is one of the most recent pairs that I got. I don't know exactly how to pronounce it. I want to guess it's Agacio. And forgive me if I pronounce that wrong. But this is my latest purchase. It's like a hip, kind of like a hip brief. It has a little bit more of a cheekier cut to it. So typically a brief kind of comes more around here and goes around the butt. And this one cuts just a little bit on the back side. It's not a lot. Like this would be a typical cheeky from a different brand. I think I showed this one in the last video. Let's see if I can do this with one hand. So this would be like a typical cheeky style, but where it cuts a lot. But this one just cuts just a little bit. I like the mesh on the front. It's a cool little accent piece. Love the colors, love the gold. It's kind of one of my things. And so, yeah, it's a fun pair. So with that, feel free to check everything out on social media, whether it's Twitter or Instagram. I'll put the links below. And feel free to reach out. Talk to you later.